Hi, Riley. Out here at Yadkinville with a Gin Vantage 3. I got Bobby and Brian with me. Doing a little bit of not a first impressions because I've flown it already, but explaining why I really like this wing. Risers are fairly simple. A's are very simple. There's only one. Speed bars, small, moderate. Trims are fine. The Gin Vantage is a ultralight wing, so it's made with pretty thin fabric and narrow risers, cut down on weight and aerodynamic drag. But that means it inflates really well. So this is probably one of my favorite, best well-rounded wings for a first-time pilot. Having flown this BGD Epic, a Ozone Mojo, a Lift 2 EZ, the Speedster, this is probably, in my opinion, the best out of all of those for a first-timer. It's ultralight, so the fabric's fairly thin. I would recommend learning to fly on a school glider of some kind, but if this is the first glider that you purchase, if it's not going to be kited all of its life, then it's a fantastic one. We'll get up in the air and we'll talk why. All right, winds are, I don't know, 2 out of the south. So this is not going to be a reverse, but you notice how quickly this thing comes up. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Already over my head. Okay, so we're trimmed in. Let's get an idea of our speeds here. Trimmed in, flying into the wind. So granted, this will be a little slower. Doing 18 miles an hour. All right. We're now doing 21 miles an hour, and then speed bar, which, by the way, on this wing, I read the manual, you can use brakes while on speed bar. Go figure on that one. We're now doing 25 miles an hour. Oh, 27. So we went from 18 to 27 with full trims and speed bar. That gives you another 9 miles an hour, significantly more than the 5 mile an hour increase over the same movements on a Mojo. This is a 24 meter. I'm right in the middle of the weight range for it. I come off the speed bar, so I'm not burning too much gas here. Rocking onto speed bar uses a lot less, causes a lot less oscillation, less forward rock. I'll stow this brake. I do like these brake stows. They're magnetic, but unlike Ozone and more like Apco, they've got little bits of plastic around them to keep the brake from accidentally falling off. These are shaped more like cups. They have a little ball that sits on or a disc that sits on the brake, goes into the cup. So that's pretty cool. Another big thing I really like about this wing is it's nimble. My Mojo will gain brake pressure right around the head and realize that you can adjust your brakes, but factory adjusted, gains pressure right around the head, and then down here to about the swing arm is a very, very slow turn. But you'll notice I'm wingtip to the horizon. Woo! That is a very nice, nimble glider. But it's pretty progressive. It's not a sudden snatch like the Speedster was. Now, The Mojo, I really like flying trims out because it gains a lot of its handling trims out. But you'll notice, same kind of pull down, still a really well commanded turn. The difference between this, oh, and I'm doing a left against my torque, let's do a right. On my Mojo, you never get this kind of handling by something as moderate as down to the shoulders when you're trimmed in. So it's very impressive there. The risers are pretty well laid out, very compact. The trimmers, the tabs are pretty easy to get to, and the tabs are a bit bigger than my Ozone wing, I think. This flies very similar to a BGD Epic, but without the oscillations. You'll notice I'm hands up now, and it's dampening itself. I've found on the Epics that I've flown, it tends to rock quite a bit, and I don't know, every Epic I've ever seen fly tends to rock. Big ears are a little concerning since you only have 2 A's instead of 3 like what I consider normal. So you'd really reach up and make sure you're getting the outer A's for big ears. The drop is a little more sudden than on the Mojo, but that's kind of to be expected. It's a shark nose wing, so we're slicing through the air a little better. They say you can also add speed bar. I don't know. Yeah, we're just sitting at like 1-to-1 right now. That's cool. So touch quicker than my Mojo, inflates faster than pretty much everything I've ever flown except the Apco Hybrid, and handles really well, trims in or trims out with a good speed range. Now let's check the flare. And I think this, combined with the low oscillation, is why it's a fantastic first wing. Sadly, I have to stow that camera. All right. I have noticed that the brakes, if you're not pulling them straight down, they're not on pulleys. Since it's an ultralight wing, they try to save a couple of grams by just giving you these eyelets. And there's nothing wrong with that, but you kind of feel this kind of draggy, snaggy feel as you pull brakes. Wind is clear out of the south, so I'm going to do a swoop in from the east, make a turn to the south. Hi, Brian. We'll see if he watches this video and leaves a comment. What do you think about the wing? I'm not thrilled with the colors, but I've seen worse. What's your favorite wing for first time out on your own pilot? Drop a comment down below. Landing! Check out this flare. Oh, I love it. It's got a really good flare range if you haven't noticed. Getting it down on the ground again is difficult. It likes to float. So there you go. Gin Vantage 3. Really nice, well-rounded glider. I went on a 14-mile cross-country flight after I recorded this video. I did feel some oscillations on speed bar, but still very well-mannered in pretty much every respect that I can think of. I'd like to hear your opinions, though. If you've got a glider that you think would be equal or better for a first-time pilot, I want to hear it so I can try to fly it. You can drop it in a comment down below. Otherwise, please like and subscribe, do the normal YouTube bit, or check out these other videos that I've got. A lot of what I do is paramotor flying, but I fly just about a little bit of everything. Check it out. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you later.